Looks like we're to have the national anthem. We'll stand in silence as it plays. All right, we'll get these two teams introduced to each other. Though they are quite familiar, they did face each other earlier on this NPSL season. And these two teams only have 2 games remaining in the summer season. Both teams looks like out for a pre-match photo, as is customary. And once they are good and ready, we'll go ahead and start a kickoff. Right, we've got both teams on the pitch. Looks like they're ready to go. Start off this evening with Fort Lauderdale on your right half of the pitch. They're wearing their garnet and yellow. Weston will be on the left half, moving from left to right. They are clad in solid black. See Fort Lauderdale in their pregame huddle, giving just a few last-minute instructions and get this game underway. All right, the whistle sounds, and we're underway in Fort Lauderdale. Weston will take possession, and it'll be played around the back, near side for Lopez. Lopez will bring it forward. Errant pass there, taken by Suedois. Back for strikers, it's Ochoa out front, but he can't find control. It'll be played on, and Weston will regain control. This is Jesus Bolivar. Over the middle for Lara. Lara trying to flick it on there, having some trouble on the far side. Goes down, it'll be a throw in for Weston. Throw in goes straight to Fort Lauderdale. They'll take possession. And it'll be on the near side for Orsi Dadomo. Can't quite keep it in. Poor first touch there from Domo. Not used to seeing that from him. Normally very reliable on his first touch. Mejia to throw. Bolivar made a late move, causing the errant throw, but Weston will take possession again in their offensive half. Immediately a giveaway, though. Fort Lauderdale will take that, but good defending, and they'll take it back. A little back and forth between the two teams over the middle as these teams feel each other out. Holguin plays it on, but that's intercepted, brought back by Fort Lauderdale. Domo calling for it on the near side. He's wide open. Finally marked now, and he gets a step on his man. Centering pass goes wanting, no one there, and Holguin will play it. Does well to get back to the ball, does Holguin, and this is Mejia. Back to Holguin, finding space over the middle. He plays the ball into the box, but what ends up being a shot from distance is handled very easily there by Orlando. His clearance, challenged for by Hastings. He can't get a head on it. He's out jump there. Holguin takes it back. And now Oliveros. This is Benedotti seeing his first touch of the match down the far side. And he's dispossessed by Sway Dwa. And he'll go back to Weston. Here's Bolivar. Lopez. Plays it on to Holguin. Strong challenge by Gitis. And Benedotti will try and reset here for Weston. Holguin playing back to goal. Very comfortable in the middle, Holguin. Through ball for Benedotti will get there. He plays the cross in. Out front, Orlando gets a hand on it. Tips it away. Nice job by Orlando to recover and gather the loose ball. Dangerous cross there coming off the boot of Benedotti. Orlando, again, no problem coming off his line. Orlando, with a sigh of relief, I'm sure, will clear this one away. Strong bending shot from Lara, left foot. But the danger is averted, and we play on. Bovar gets a head on it. And taken back by Oliveros. Played well there by Mejia. Surrounding defense against Lara there. No room to bring that one forward. It's taken back by Lauderdale. This is Ionitis. His flick into the box, stolen by Lopez. And Holguin will bring it forward to Lara. His one-touch pass for Benedotti, but Benedotti had not made a run. Very defensive-minded Benedotti. You don't see him up the pitch too often. Very comfortable playing his defender role and marking his men. Little trouble for Lauderdale clearing this ball, but they do finally get it away. Lopez will keep it in his offensive half. Flicked on by Hastings. Ochoa with numbers arriving now for Fort Lauderdale. It's a 5-on-3 break. Ball played into the box for Hastings, but he can't get a foot on it. It will go out of bounds for a goal kick. Tomei with 5 Fort Lauderdale strikers in his face on that cross. But it was played long, and Weston now escape a golden opportunity for Fort Lauderdale. Two teams. And we just want to apologize for those technical difficulties, folks. We do have you back. Our feed is live again here on Sports Mesh TV. We are coming to you live from Lockhart Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 0-0 here in the first half. Weston FC taking on Fort Lauderdale Strikers. Foul called, the second against Weston FC. Lauderdale, against Fort Lauderdale, Weston will take the free kick. Bolivar did not bring the ball to rest before kicking it away, according to the referee. We'll go ahead and reset that. Little gamesmanship there by Jesus Bolivar, attempting to take his free kick quickly. That's a legal send-on, and his long pass for, let's see, Oliveros goes a bit wide and taken back now by Fort Lauderdale. It's David Ochoa leading the charge. And his pass taken by Lopez, good anticipation and broken on by Lopez. He plays it on to Oliveros, who crosses it back, but stolen away by Clavijo. Another foul called against Fort Lauderdale. Weston wins another decision. It'll be a free kick. Very unusual strategy for Weston as far as they're concerned, pushing the action here early. As Orlando goes up and arrives with that one. Weston more often than not finding themselves defending and adapting to their opponent's attacking strategy. Tonight, however, we see lots of play from their wings bringing the ball up front. This is Orsi Domo with a great ball through. And he's challenged there, and stolen away. Nice play there by Mejia. Mejia doing a good job from his midfielder position to not only play defense, but also be very effective in the offensive half. Tomei will send it around. We've got Mejia. Now Lopez. Ball across the middle to Oliveros. Does good to maintain control. Holguin flicks it on to Oliveros, but Booth playing right where he should be, his right center half. It'll be cleared out by Orlando. Very calm, solid defender, Andrew Booth. Seemingly only hearing his name for positives. Delayed whistle there will go against Fort Lauderdale. And another free kick will be taken in Weston's offensive half. Appeals will meet stern indignation from the referee. And you can see him waving his arms no more as he seeks to take control of this match and not let it slip away early on. This is Martinez. Playing it across to Holguin. His long lob pass for Mejia. The flag is up though. A step offside. Mejia surely affected his run by his earlier runs that he could not catch up to those lob passes. And this one he found himself in an offside position. Looks like a card being issued to Mejia. Looks like for a delay of game after the whistle blew. See a frustrated Mejia kicks the ball into the side netting after being called offside. So into the books goes Mejia. And we'll play on, and we await Orlando's deliverance. And that one will travel out of bounds. Certainly not the angle Orlando was looking for. An errant goal kick. Kind of a disappointing play there by Orlando. You'd expect him without pressure in his face from the Lauderdale strikers. From the Weston strikers, that he'd be able to pass that to one of his backfield, and they would be able to bring the ball up for him instead of just kicking it out of bounds. This is Martinez with a nice move. His little run, tried to flick it on to Benedotti, but he was probably better off keeping it in that situation. Benedotti didn't have much better position than he did and had a very difficult control on that short pass. David Ochoa will throw it in. Goes over the head of Hastings. Benedotti takes that back for Weston. This is Jesus Bolivar. His lob pass, little run for Lara. But Orlando goes and gets that first. Looks like he landed outside the box. Some appeals there for playing the ball with his hands. They'll go unheard by the referee and will play on. Difficult angle to see whether he was still in the box when he played it with his hands, Orlando. But the referee, in a much better position than I, likely got the call correct. Booth challenge here by Holguin. Lauderdale not out of danger, attempting to clear. And they will make the clearance by Coleman. This is Lara. Little move back to goal by Lara. It's Bolivar. Holguin will find Lara. Back to Holguin. Left-footed shot, a strike, but well wide. Great power on that shot coming off the left foot of Holguin. Surely would have challenged Orlando mightily had that shot been on target. Tomei's clearance, chested down. Holguin will flick it on. And Gitis will head it out of play, back to Fort Lauderdale. Weston going for their first win of the season tonight. They are 0-8. Nice to see them notch a win before the end of the season. Maybe something to build on for next season, which does start in just about a month here. The summer season is almost already here, folks. And we anticipate just as much excitement in the fall as we've had in the summer. Miami United being your NPSL Sunshine Conference champions as of 2 nights ago. They beat Craze 3-2. This is Will Sway-Dois. Willett readying his free kick. It comes in, far post. Too high for Hastings, cleared out of play by Weston. It'll be another corner, or excuse me, our first corner kick of the match for Fort Lauderdale. Coleman making his way over. And we await the corner kick. Lauderdale with only 4 men in the box. It's far post. Tomei not challenged there, easily able to grab that one. And Weston had a chance to break, but Rios had issues with that throw. And they do have numbers forward now, however. Benedotti plays it in, but that'll get stolen away. Ochoa. And Martinez finally able to clear it out of play. Looks like it took a deflection, and that'll go to Fort Lauderdale. Foul called. Decision will go to Weston. 23 minutes have elapsed here in Fort Lauderdale. Very slow paced in the early goings of this game. Not a whole lot of action, a lot of back and forth between the two teams, but nothing meaningful. I'd like to see a few more runs from number 16, Mejia, for Weston. Looked like he was having some success early on in beating his man to the ball. Just needs a better entry pass. That ball flicked on, near side for Orsi Dadomo. He'll get there first, and he'll bring it into the corner. Strong defending there, will win it back for Weston and Mejia, but it'll go off him. Check that, assistance decision will go to Fort Lauderdale. Looked like that was a clear possession for Weston. Excuse me, a clear possession by Fort Lauderdale, but it will go to Weston. And Orsi Dadomo issued a yellow card for his appeal. And that'll be the second of the game.
Yellow card for number 29 of the strikers, Daniel Orsi Dadomo.
Laura out jumped on the throw-in, and Fort Lauderdale will win the ball. Ortiz finds Clavijo. His flick on will go out, and it'll be a throw-in for Weston. There's Benedotti. Good anticipation there by Coleman. He'll steal it back for Lauderdale. Numbers into the box. But his through pass goes long, just out front of David Ochoa, who is arriving with him. Hastings was making a run as well, but a crisis averted by Weston. More good fortune coming their way and keeping Fort Lauderdale off the board. Oliveros challenging there, forward. But it's taken forward now by Ortiz. He plays the ball in, but Hastings had stopped his run. And Tomei, a two-handed catch. Ionitis can't find the header there, and it'll go all the way back to Orlando. Goalkeepers trading possession of the ball. And Benedotti does well to clear that, but it's still in danger. Ionitis plays it in for Orsi Dadomo. He's unable to chest it down, and it's flicked on, but held in by Mikhail Hastings. Ionitis on the far side. He'll win the play and the ball. Good opportunity here for Lauderdale to play a ball in. Some cloud cover now in Fort Lauderdale as we turn the lights on here at Lockhart Stadium. Just about 7:30. Expecting the sun to set in just about another half an hour. But the clouds doing their job for us right now. Throw comes in very long. Lopez having to head that one away. And Benedotti having to deal with it as well. Now out front for Ochoa. Blocked away by Benedotti. Still in danger. Sliding Lopez will clear that out. And it's now Clavijo. Booth. A lob there looking for Ochoa, but he hadn't seen it in time to make a run. And the miscommunication will lead to a Weston almost clearance. That went right off Hastings' chest. Ochoa does well to keep it in, and he brings the ball into the box. Help arriving. Right-footed shot from Ochoa, but wide. Tomei does not have to make a play. And probably a good thing for him, too. That shot was well hit. Clavijo unable to head it. Martinez or Rios gets a head on it. And it's now Ortiz. Taken by Mejia. Through ball's taken back by Ortiz and flicked out by Mejia. Trying to get the ball to Hastings. That's clear away. Bolivar. Good anticipation there by Ionitis. He flicks it on to Ochoa. Sway Dwa gets a boot on it. And Gitis will be able to clear that to Holguin. Bringing the ball across the midline is Holguin. And he'll win the call and take the throw in quite quickly. This is Lara heading it onto himself. Shot across the face of goal. But Orlando not afraid of that. Didn't sense any danger in that ball being played across. There was no one arriving for Weston. Though it appears that shot did take a deflection off a striker, and we'll have a Weston corner. Headed away and out of danger, but Holguin keeps it in the attacking third for Weston. Plays that one to Lara, who's in offside position. Go ahead and get a goal kick for Fort Lauderdale. I like the thinking there by Holguin, but Lara could not get back onside in time. And Orlando's set to deliver. Keeps this one in bounds this time. And Hastings flicks it on to Orsi Dodomo. His little chip for Ochoa cleared away. But kept in by Coleman. Now Mejia. His long through ball flicked on, but dangerously played there back by Martinez. So he got a boot in front of the ball. Actually ended up almost being a great pass out in front of Holguin. Steals that back, kicks it out of bounds. And it'll be Fort Lauderdale with another throw-in. That one finds its way into the box, cleared out by Lopez. The whistle sounds, and we wait the indication from the referee. But all indications are for a penalty here for Fort Lauderdale. Looks like a foul was called in the box. It'll be a penalty. You can see Tomei readying himself in goal. He is in trouble here against David Ochoa. Ochoa, the very sure-footed midfielder. Readying to take this penalty for Fort Lauderdale. Ochoa. And it's a goal. Goal, 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 goal. David Ochoa puts the penalty through. Strikers lead 1-0.
Goal for the Fort Lauderdale Strikers under 23. Scored by
David Ochoa, no problem on this penalty. You see him put it right-footed shot into the back of the net. Low and to his left. Tomei guesses wrong. No chance at that one, even if he had guessed right. Ochoa, the man, with his first goal of the afternoon and a 1-0 lead for Fort Lauderdale. Weston looking to strike back after this early goal in the 33rd minute by David Ochoa. They trail 1-0. Ball played up by Orlando. See a quicker pace already off that goal from Fort Lauderdale. They look to play it forward again. Out front for Didomo, but Tomei easily off his line. Very active goalkeeper Ryan Tomei. Not afraid to go out and challenge any ball that comes his way. It's Didomo with numbers. He brings it into the box. Right-footed shot straight at Tomei. And he's able to gather that one. Dangerous break there for Fort Lauderdale. It was 2-on-2. And Didomo electing it to take it himself. Can't blame him. He certainly knows what to do with it from there. Stoppage of play. As a foul was called against Weston. This is Ionitis to play the free kick for Fort Lauderdale. Hastings out front, not able to get a boot on it. And Weston attempting to break. Good challenge there by Booth. He'll win the call as well. And a free kick going to Lauderdale. See a moderate breeze blowing here in Fort Lauderdale. Winds about 5 to 10 miles an hour at the moment. Being located only a few minutes from the ocean, we do benefit from the trade winds here in South Florida. Booth will play it across. Martinez gets it out of danger, away from Lara. Certainly don't want to give it away there. This is Ionitis. He plays it through to Oliveros. Strong defending. Holguin chips it on. That one is offside. And Oliveros had most of his body in an offside position. That one's getting called every time. Suedois flicking it on to Didomo, but Lopez will escort that one back to Tomei. Good idea there from Suedois. Didomo always dangerous when he makes a run. Unmarked, Igitis bringing it up, and he'll win the play again. Be Benedotti to throw. Ball for Martinez. That goes out. Be another Weston throw. And once more for good measure. Flicked on by Lara, but no one in front of him. Lara perhaps forgetting that he, wearing the 9, should be leading the charge for Weston. Played up and on by Martinez. And that challenge will get a foul called against Ionitis. Lara coming back to take this free kick for Weston. He does favor the left side, Lara. And we'll see what if he can play a quality ball in. It is a quality ball into the box, but Hastings clears that one out, and now completely by Ochoa. It's Domo challenging for it, but Lopez with sound defense, and he'll clear that one back. And Booth, strong play there by Booth. Very smart, very heady. Again, a cool, quiet defender, Andrew Booth, only finding his names attached to good deeds. Here, Fort Lauderdale, very good at communication across the field as they yell out instructions back and forth. This is Suedois. He plays a ball into Domo, but Lopez is there. Clavijo keeping it in for Fort Lauderdale. He'll find Ortiz. Now Domo. Reset and a cross. Controlled well there on the far side, back to Martinez. Coleman attempting to flick it on. He gets his pass rejected, but it's now taken by Weston and Benedotti. His through ball for Holguin will find its mark. Ortiz playing defense. Holguin goes down, no whistle. Did look to be a clean play, a simple matter of body position by Ortiz, and he does win the ball. Whistle will sound. Little frustration play there coming from Lara, and he's going to need to speak with the referee for that challenge. Didn't look to be very serious. No major admonishments coming from the referee. And Lara will stay out of the book. Ionitis unable to keep it in. And it'll go back to Weston. Lara with a little nifty touch on the far side. Whistle will sound. And it looks like another decision for Weston. For all their concerted offensive efforts so far, Weston unable to manage even a quality goal-scoring opportunity so far, though the majority of the match has been played in Fort Lauderdale's half of the pitch. And you can see why there. An errant pass taken back by strikers. Coleman flicks it on. Benedotti, nice job to recover as he had been beaten on a step by Suedois, but the pass was short. Now through ball for Mejia. He gets there and stays onside. Puts a move on Ortiz. Left-footed cross into the box, but that's cleared out. Shut down now by Ochoa, and Domo just can't get past Lopez. He's sliding Lopez. More good defense from him. He may be the reason it's only 1-0 so far. He's been everywhere for Weston. Ortiz will throw it back in for Fort Lauderdale as we enter our 44th minute of the match. Only about 2 to 3 minutes remaining, depending on additional time but from what we've seen so far, it won't be much. A frustrated Jesus Bolivar being directed to place the ball properly. Not sure what led to that confusion, but we continue. The aforementioned Bolivar played around to Gitis. Benedotti with a one-touch, trying to get it to Oliveros, who does win the play. He'll bring it in, left-footed cross. Lara trying to flick it on, but no one was trailing the play. A whistle will sound, however, and it looks like a free kick will be coming for Weston just out front of the box, about 20 yards out. A golden opportunity as we bring the first half towards its end. Look, a handball was called over the middle, unintentional handball against Fort Lauderdale. And an absolutely fantastic opportunity here for Weston to find an equalizer right before the end of this first half. Four potential takers for Weston gather over the ball. We've got Benedotti, Lara, Holguin, and a fourth player. It looks like Rios. It's Holguin. Wall does its job, and Orlando able to keep that one from going out and being a corner. Great play all around by Fort Lauderdale. Weston with another golden opportunity, but they are none the richer. This is Ochoa. Hastings, as we've completed 45 minutes here in the first half. We are into additional time. This is Gitis. He finds Clavijo, who finds Ortiz. Clavijo again. Now a reset for Fort Lauderdale as the whistle will sound, signaling the end of the first half. Successful first half for Fort Lauderdale as they put their breakthrough goal on the board. They lead 1-0. We'll be just back in just about 10 minutes, folks, for the start of our second half. We'll see you then. We're back live here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're at halftime in this NPSL matchup between the Fort Lauderdale Strikers and Weston FC. Strikers leading 1-0 off a penalty put forward by David Ochoa. 1-0 is the lead for Strikers. Both teams finishing up their warm-ups for the start of the second half. Weston looking to notch their first win of the season tonight in Fort Lauderdale. Again, their record stands at 0-8, and they have a very difficult task in front of them, 2 goals away from that result. Fort Lauderdale has controlled the action for the better part of this match. Weston FC starting the game off with offensive pressure, lots of action in their attacking third, but the tide shifted and Fort Lauderdale maintained possession throughout the rest of the first half. David Ochoa's PK coming after a man was taken down in the box, and he capitalized from there, leading to the 1-0 score. Looks like we do have all 22 players back out onto the pitch. And we do anticipate an exciting second half of play, as Weston will surely be going all out for at least an equalizer. They can get their first win of the season if they get 2 goals. See a substitution for Weston to begin the second half. And we have Longo coming on, number 11 for Weston. He's replacing Oliveros, number 8, at midfield. See Mikhail Hastings readying to take this Fort Lauderdale kickoff, and we'll get the second half underway. Whistle sounds, we're ready for play, and it's Fort Lauderdale to take possession to start the second half. This is Martinez. Booth. Little flick on there for Orsi Dodomo. And another one-touch pass coming from Ochoa. He finds Coleman, but it's taken away. And the decision now going to Weston as Bolivar remains on the pitch. He'll make his way to his feet. This is pass there down the far side, chested down, but a whistle sounds. Flag stayed down. It was not an offside call. We'll check the whistle. Looks like a foul was called against Fort Lauderdale, and the substitution Longo attempting to take that free kick quickly. And Holguin will ready himself for the free kick. He's actually sent forward by Benedotti. Smart play here. You do want Holguin into the box. Cross comes in, but Orlando able to go up and get that one. And good work there by Bolivar, attempting to keep it in, but he will push it out. And we've got a man down on the pitch. Looks like it's Mikhail Hastings. He took a shot from his own man as he ran into Orlando as he gathered that ball up. See the collision there between Orlando and Hastings. Didn't look to be anything serious, but we'll get a trainer out there to make sure Hastings is okay. Safety first here in the NPSL.
Keep up with the boss of the Strikers on social media. Like the Strikers on Twitter at StrikersU23. Don't forget to use the official hashtag for tonight's match. FDLU23.
Hastings clutching his knee.
And go Strikers.
May hopefully just be a thigh injury, it looks like. Again, didn't appear to take a hard shot from Orlando as he returned to earth from his jump. And he's able to walk it off, so he looks to be okay. If he can make it all the way off the pitch, maybe a substitution coming for Fort Lauderdale. This plays well for Fort Lauderdale, as Weston had gathered a bit of momentum and the early goings here in the second half. And though I'm sure Hastings' injury is legit, this does well to kill any last bit of momentum they might have had. We are ready to return to action. This is Ochoa. Ionitis trying to keep it in. It'll go off Benedotti, and he'll win the free throw. Flicked back by Suédois. Very quiet night for Suédois. Haven't said his name much. I'd like to see him get involved a little more, playing forward.
In the 49th minute.
This is Rios. Now Gitis. Cleared out by Tomei and flicked on. Foul's called over the middle against Fort Lauderdale. Weston will take the free kick. Gitis. Slow, deliberate play here from Weston. Very much of the same that we're used to seeing from them. More adaptive than attacking play. Longo trying to get it forward. But no concerted runs coming from Weston. I'd like to see a little more performance coming from the same amount of action. A lot of energy being expended here and not very efficiently. Geethy's finally able to get it forward, but held in by Booth. The whistle will sound. Another decision for Weston. They're winning the calls, Weston, but not able to send enough players forward to continue their breaks. And the call actually went against Weston. Fort Lauderdale bring it forward. This is Ionitis. One touch pass from Sway Dwa. He'll get it back on the near side. Looking to play it into Sway Dwa. He does so with right foot, cleared out and regained by Ionitis. This is Coleman flicking it in. That'll go all the way through and escorted out of bounds by Mejia. Fort Lauderdale not content with their 1-0 lead. More offensive pressure, and you like to see it. The best defense being a good offense. Though time remains on Fort Lauderdale's side as we have passed 50 minutes in this match. And Weston having very few opportunities so far. A long shot to get a goal across as an equalizer. Orlando certainly not in a hurry to clear this away. And it's taken by Lara. Nice play by him, but quickly taken back by Fort Lauderdale. Nothing doing right now on the offensive end for Weston. They're going to have to formulate a different strategy because their current one has resulted in little to nothing so far. You see another broken play there as that pass sails well out of bounds. Fort Lauderdale certainly looking the better side so far in this one. Though the only goal came off a penalty, they have done much more to win this game so far than Weston. And their dominance continues. Weston with nary an offensive chance here in the early goings of the second half. Benedetti will jog back to take this throw in and see if he can get anything started here for Weston. Stolen away by Sway Dwa. This is Clavijo playing it forward for Ochoa. Into the corner goes Ochoa, defended there by Gitis. Cross comes in, but Tomei able to stand there and catch it unchallenged. Be brought back forward by Weston. This ball now for Longo. Longo elects to play it back, and he'll bring it around. Sent on by Lopez. But out of play again. And you see the obvious disconnect between the backfield and forward and midfielders for Weston. Seemingly every ball that played from the backfield does not find its mark. This is Ochoa. Good defending, but Geethys gets beaten. Maintaining possession, Ochoa, his shot, but goes wide. Ochoa, a man possessed on that play, winding his way through the defense, past at least 4 Weston players there into the box, and his shot was deflected out. See, Ochoa tripped up there, does great to get the shot away, blocked out. Short corner taken. Suedois couldn't get a handle on it though, and it's cleared out by Lara. This is Ortiz. Long lob pass for Ionitis. Ionitis again. Unmarked on a long run is Ionitis. And standing his ground there is Mejia. Nice defensive play. And he gets taken down, but regains his feet. Call will go to Weston. Sent on by Geethys. Lara making a run. He stays onside. He brings the ball in. Left-footed cross into the box. Nobody home for Weston. He only had Holguin arriving, but he was marked well there by Booth. This is Tomlinson. Benedotti's got a space on the near side. Nifty move there from Benedotti, and Rios looks to play it in. Back to Tomlinson. Now Longo. Benedotti. Benedotti will go down. He'll find a foul. And another decision for Weston in their own attacking third. And you wonder how many opportunities for Weston it will take for them to get their equalizer. They've surely had enough chances by now. We'll see if anyone can make some magic happen. And indications are that it will be Longo. Referee issuing a card there on this play to Suedois for his appeal. That'll be the third of the game for Fort Lauderdale.
Yellow card for Fort Lauderdale strikers number 23, number 14, Will Sudois, in the 57th minute.
Longo readying his free kick. Many more numbers forward this time for Weston. Cross comes in, far post, but played well by Orlando. No one had made an effective run for Weston. His clearance to Suedois. Nice pass from Suedois, but Ionitis can't control the pass and it's cleared away. Suedois will be sent forward by his platoon mate Sagardui. Check that. Actually, and Geethys doing good work. Escort that. Doesn't go out of bounds. He does have to clear that. He will. And Rios sends it on to Longo. Rios making a nice run. He gets it back. And Martina, get up, says the ref. Rios went down. And Lopez outrunning Ortiz on the far side. He's able to keep it out. Sloppy offensive play from Weston leading to this great offensive position here for Fort Lauderdale. Just don't see them making enough effective passes. Many passes, sure, but none with a concerted effort to bring the ball forward. They continue to have trouble clearing the ball from their own end. And once they do, Fort Lauderdale are all over it. This will be Coleman to take the free kick for Strikers. Inquisition here from Bolivar. Once we've got his positioning sorted out, it's a two-man wall for Weston. Coleman will play it into the far post. And out of play. Looks like yeah, that will go out of play for a goal kick. It'll be Orlando. Got a delay for a substitution for Fort Lauderdale. Will Sway-Dois going out. We'll check the incoming player.
Substitution for the Fort Lauderdale Strikers.
Flicked on. It's Orsi Dodomo. His ambitious shot will go well high. But it's more than anything Weston has managed in the second half. So you do like to see them continue shooting. A handball will go uncalled as Benedotti attempts to clear. And Ionitis will make sure Weston has to take another touch to get it out of their own zone. Longo. Tomlinson being surrounded in his own end. Again, Weston having trouble clearing the ball. Good steal there by Clavijo. He plays it into the box. Tomei off his line, able to collect that. Now far side, another steal for Fort Lauderdale. But good effort by Tomlinson. And Tomlinson brings it forward. Little back dribble there. Now Holguin. But Ortiz with a good header away. Holguin had a step on everyone. He was one-on-one with Orlando. Ortiz doesn't get a head on it. This decision will go for Fort Lauderdale, and it'll be Andrew Booth. Surprising not to see enough or as much defensive pressure as you would expect here from Weston being down 1-0. They would do well to remember time is not on their side as we are more than 2/3 of the way through this match. Nice anticipatory play there by Benedotti, and he'll bring it forward for Weston. Now Bolivar. Far side to Cotto. Longo. Longo just outside the box. 3 men on him. He'll play a chip in, but it's cleared out by Martinez. Bolivar keeps it in, and now Ochoa leads the break for Fort Lauderdale. It's Hastings. Back to Ochoa. Flick on for Hastings. No one marking him. He's got a step. It's actually Orsi Dodomo. He plays it into the box. Cleared out and away by Tomlinson. Crisis averted by Weston. You'd like to see a better cross played in by Orsi Dodomo. He's certainly better than that. Much more capable striker. but a poor cross played in, easily cleared away by Bolivar. A terrible pass there from Gitis. Dangerous giveaway. Ochoa was making a run over the middle, but the pass there from Clavijo just a bit out front, or we could be looking at 2-0. Rios will find Longo. Trying to play it near side for Benedotti. But that pass couldn't have been caught by Usain Bolt. Way out in front of Benedotti. Two substitutions oncoming for Weston. Get you that player information as it becomes available. Number 17, Bolivar leaving the pitch.
Double substitution for the Weston.
This is Ortiz. Now Coleman. He'll lose the play. Lara flicks it on to Benedotti. He plays it in, looking for Longo over the middle, but can't control that pass. He'll go back out to Ortiz. Now Coleman. Ortiz. Ionitis goes down, doesn't find a whistle though. And Fort Lauderdale bringing their numbers forward as they continue this further offensive pressure here in the second half. Just out in front of the box. Ortiz. Ortiz unmarked, right-footed shot, comes in across the face of goal. Not sure if there was a shot or a pass coming off the right foot of Ortiz. Dangerous nonetheless. It'll go straight through though, and Tomei does not find a challenge. Weston's clearance struggles continue as that one's played back, and you just feel like they're wasting more effort getting the ball just to the midline than they are anywhere else on the pitch. This wonderful defensive effort by Fort Lauderdale causing all kinds of problems for Weston. Holguin with his back to Martinez can't find a way around, and the decision will go to Fort Lauderdale. Ortiz with the long throw. He'll get it back. Calling for it is Ochoa. And there's a poor line taken by Gitis, but Ochoa doesn't find a good header on that, so he attempted to bring it down. This is Benedotti. Longo back pass for Lara. Long run down the far side. Good ball in, but cleared out. Ochoa defending there. Longo defending for Weston. He'll flick it on. But Coleman able to clear that out. And the war of attrition between these two teams continue. So far, limited creativity from Fort Lauderdale. No creativity at all from Weston. That throw in finds Holguin, but a more good defense from Fort Lauderdale. It appeals for a foul, will find a whistle. This decision going to Fort Lauderdale. After what was a reasonably exciting first half, pace has slowed to all but a standstill in the second. These two teams search for an unlock to the opposing defense. A very poor pass there by Orlando will go out. And Lara's flick on to Benedotti will also not find its mark. Now Benedotti, he's got Lara forward, playing it across to Longo. Longo finds Longo. His left-footed shot stopped by Orlando. The other Longo's right-footed shot also stopped by Orlando. 2 saves in a row. Orlando called into action well off his line, saving it against the Longos, but neither can find the back of the net. This throw-in handled by Orsi Dodomo, stolen away by Weston. And Tomlinson making good use of his body there as he was surrounded, still able to clear the ball away. Not sure who Gitis was seeing as that ball appeared to be drilled to no one, as Benedotti was the only person in the area about 20 yards from the ball where the ball went out of bounds. Dodomo unable to maintain possession, taken back there by Mahia. But Ochoa doing good work on the far side, challenged by Lopez. Lopez will foul. And Fort Lauderdale with another good opportunity deep in the opposing half. Again, Fort Lauderdale in no hurry to continue play in this match, time very much on their side. Though you wonder with Weston's efforts so far, if they played 180 minutes out here, how many goals they would get across against this strong defensive Fort Lauderdale team. It's Ochoa. Good play there by Longo, clearance by Lara. And the whistle will sound. Decision going for Weston. Mortazeda had a step. He was fouled over the middle. The appeal will find a yellow card for Clavijo. And you'll see a very furious Fort Lauderdale coach on that decision to book Clavijo. Not sure what was said. Probably not worth repeating. And Clavijo will go into the books. This is Longo with numbers forward for Weston. Terrible pass taken there by Lopez. Ochoa steals it away. He'll bring it forward. The break is on. Weston with a good slide tackle there. Lopez knows he made a very poor mistake. You can see the frustration on his face as he's forced to clear that away. And it'll go back to Fort Lauderdale. Weston unable to complete even the simplest of passes right now. And they are simply being outclassed at every turn by strikers. Little flick on there for Ochoa. Flag was down. But Tomei again called into action. And Lopez sends it on its way. Another giveaway by Weston, Clavijo. And it'll go off him and out of bounds. Martinez able to get a boot on that. And Clavijo is able to clear. Lots of action between the two teams right now, but absolutely nothing significant as we've settled. Well, there's a break on now for Fort Lauderdale, but Ortiz's pass for Ochoa is quite long. And you wonder, have Weston already used their last opportunity to get back into this match and equalize? Numbers now for Fort Lauderdale. It's Ionitis into the box. His cross comes in, but cleared out by Lopez. Now Benedotti making a run. He's trying to send Holguin forward. That pass is intended for Mortaceda, but Orlando off his line, and that's going to be an offside call against Fort Lauderdale. Now Tomlinson will bring it forward. You can hear Weston starting to communicate a little bit between their players. They're certainly going to need a lot of communication if they're going to get any of these passes completed, as Benedotti watched that one sail fruitlessly out of bounds. Ochoa loses possession out front for Holguin. And the whistle will sound. Orlando had come off his line. It had gone to Mortaceda, but it was an offside position. And Weston, you can see their attempts to get this equalizing, but no one makes a quality run. Holguin doing everything he can to bring the ball into the box, but not under control. Mortaceda maybe would have had a chance had he stayed onside, but Orlando looked to have that covered well. And Weston are going to have to do better than that if they're going to get back into this match. Now Ortiz for strikers. Good defending there by Benedotti. Will win the ball for Weston. Plays it over the middle for Holguin. Holguin finding Longo, but he can't find a first touch. Holguin will go back and gather it up. They'll try again. Now over the middle. Had a step on his man, did Mortaceda, but he was offside again. A nice ball coming from Holguin. But continued wasted effort from Weston. And you just get the feeling that as we near 10 minutes left in this match, that almost nothing Weston able to do right now will yield a fruitful result. Ochoa blocking it down from Lopez. Weston with continued struggles to clear the ball. Nice job there from Ionitis attempting to make a play. And as you can see, nearly this entire second half has been played in Weston's back half of the pitch. Decent little run here for Mortaceda. Now back to Longo. But that's a poor play there from Longo as Orsi Dodomo was almost on the break. Fort Lauderdale now having some clearance issues, and Weston will win the call, much to the dismay of the supporters gathered. Certainly not a clear decision made by the assistant on the far side. And it looks like a booking will be issued to Danilo Orsi de Domo for his appeal on that decision. Now 4 Fort Lauderdale strikers into the books. See Holguin making tactical decisions here with Bolivar as he gathers for the free kick. And it will be Holguin to take it for Weston. Holguin plays it in, but it's punched away by Orlando, not out of danger yet. Benedotti with the back heel to keep it in for Weston. It's Longo. He finds his partner Longo, who plays it in, but over the bar. Another decent chance for Weston, but a poor shot, not on target. And Orlando can rest comfortably again as Weston are running out of time. Orlando sends it on its way. You see the fresh legs of Mortazeda challenging up front. However, Weston as a whole look very tired as we enter the late stages of this match. Night has completely fallen here in Fort Lauderdale. This weather has dropped below 80 degrees. Again, a warm night in South Florida, but it grows more comfortable by the minute. That pass by Dodomo is blocked. And now Lopez attempting to take over, but cross is played in for Ionitis. But that's a poor first touch from Ionitis. You expect him to do better than that from there and get at least one shot away. He was just out front, maybe 2 yards in front of the 6-yard box. However, Tomei will go unassaulted for the moment. This is Orsi Dadomo. He plays a high twisting cross that's cleared out. Flicked on by Lara. Held in by Coleman. Now Ionitis. Ionitis out front. He can't get the shot away, and Benedotti to clear. The decision will go to Fort Lauderdale as that one travels out of bounds. We do have 2 players on the pitch near the Weston penalty area. And it's Lopez and Clavijo. They both look to be okay. And substitution coming for Fort Lauderdale. I checked that for Weston. 2, in fact. Lara coming off. And Tomlinson as well. And we will update you with the incoming players. It'll be Ortiz to throw it back for Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale also making a change. Ortiz coming off. It appears to be Richer coming on for strikers. And Hassan has come on as well for Weston. Now Ochoa. Ochoa brings it into the box. His right-footed shot saved by Tomei. Huge shot there, saved by Tomei. As Ochoa was through. Now Ioannidis. He plays it in. That shot is blocked up, and Tomei makes a comfortable save. Again, you love to see this continued offensive pressure here from Fort Lauderdale. Weston hopelessly outclassed right now as they continue fruitless effort after fruitless effort to bring the ball forward. Strikers having absolutely none of that all game long. Lockdown defense, to say the least. And seemingly having no trouble controlling any attack Weston can bring forward. Sent on by Richer. Strong challenge. Lopez goes down. Hard collision. And for anyone wondering whether soccer is a contact sport, I present Exhibit A. Lopez getting absolutely laid out over the middle there. Certainly a foul. But he hops to his feet. And though a bit slowed, Lopez looks to be okay. Richer with a good challenge. He'll go back to Weston. Throw over for Longo. He finds it, but Booth, standing strong as always, able to clear that out. And it'll now be a goal kick for Fort Lauderdale. Even after the many substitutions, tired legs now on the pitch for Weston. Let's see a whistle being sounded and a card being issued as well. Looks like Longo said something he shouldn't have. Although he remains in good spirits, he does go into the books. And we await Orlando's deliverance. Ioannidis trying to flick it on past Longo. Unable to do so. Benedotti will clear. Now Mortaceda. His through pass. Cleared away there by Booth. As usual, Booth playing great defense for Fort Lauderdale. Called his name a lot tonight. But wonderful play from him. This is Holguin bringing it in. But Richer able to deal with that. Back to Holguin. Mortaceda gets tripped up as he regains possession, but he's dispossessed by Orsi Dodomo, who goes down. And that was certainly a wild challenge coming against Orsi Dodomo. Certainly looked to be a clear foul from here, although I would like to see it again on replay. Let's see, here's Mortaceda. Dispossessed there by Danilo Orsi Dodomo. Very late challenge, catching the leg there. And to me, that should be a yellow card. Orsi Dodomo able to make his way back to his feet. Certainly hope he's okay. Dodomo having the game of his life not 10 days ago. One of our more recent broadcasts. A goal and 2 assists. Having a fantastic game as Strikers won 4-0. 90 minutes completed here in Fort Lauderdale. Referees indicating 4 minutes of additional time. But you have to figure that at this point, all is just about lost for Weston, as they have not managed to produce anything at all in the way of an effective offensive possession here in the second half. That one flicked on. And now taken over the middle by Weston. More back and forth between the two teams. And now Longo makes a run down the far side. Step over from Longo. He'll play the ball into his left foot and deliver to his partner Longo. Now Holguin. Holguin, 30 yards out, takes a shot. That goes over Orlando's head, but that had good pace on it. Decent shot coming off the left foot of Holguin. Straight out front. He puts it right down the pipe. Still rising as it crosses the bar, but about a foot high. And that late danger being averted by Fort Lauderdale. We've got just about 3 minutes left in this match. This is Benedotti. Weston with numbers coming forward now as they look for the key to unlock Fort Lauderdale's defense and get an equalizing goal in the late stages of this match. Gitis plays it forward to Lopez. He finds Longo. Longo with help arriving over the middle is Holguin. He's trying to get to Mortazeda, who does good work to keep it into the corner. Mortazeda plays the ball in, blocked out, and cleared away by Ioannidis. Brought back in by Longo, but his through ball gets cleared. Now shot on, and again over the bar. But you wonder where these kinds of offensive possessions in the first half were for Weston, as they certainly look more energized now. 92 minutes completed here in Fort Lauderdale. Strikers looking for their 4th win of the season, and it's all but complete. Trusted down, Benedotti trying to keep it in. Nice looking pass here for Mortazeda down the line. He plays the ball into the box for Longo. His right-footed shot saved by Orlando. Wonderful little 1-2 there for Longo, as the best opportunity of the match coming in the 93rd minute for Weston. This is Ioannidis stretching the field, attempting to ensure a striker's victory. But with a minute remaining of indicated additional time, Weston do still have a chance. That long pass will be collected on the far side. It's Longo. He'll play it into Holguin, but he can't get a foot on it. It's cleared out by Fort Lauderdale. Now on the break. Ball played in to Ioannidis, across to Orsi Didomo. His right-footed shot from distance will go wide. Tomei looking to take this quickly here for Weston, as they've only got about 30 seconds of the remaining indicated additional time. Gitis, forward now to Longo. He'll leave it for Longo. Collapse down on, but Holguin will maintain possession for Weston. And that cross is played in, but out for a corner. Likely this will be the last action of the match for Weston. Tomei all the way forward now for Weston, as we have 10 men in the box. Longo readying his corner. And it comes in near post, headed away, and it's David Ochoa, but the whistle sounds, signaling the end of this match and a victory for Lauderdale Strikers. They take it 1-0. Late rally for Weston goes all for naught. Certainly the best action of the match for them came in the last 5 minutes. Had that offensive aggression and energy been there earlier in the match, the equalizer may have been there. However, Lauderdale will take their 4th victory of the season and something to build on as we bring the NPSL Sunshine Conference summer season to a close. So glad you could join us here in Fort Lauderdale tonight. We hope wherever you are, you enjoyed it. We'll catch you at our next broadcast.